Hi everyone, welcome to the Module 6 overview. And believe it or not, this is the last module for the course. The title for this module is The Structural Nature of Oppression Through Racism and Examining the Global Organization of Racism. This is a pretty significant module, especially in the United States of America, where we do have a very strong and powerful history that has engaged in racist practices and policies. And so with that, this provides us an incredible opportunity as educators to examine racism, and how that impacts power, oppression, opportunity, and privilege in the lives of our students and the curriculum in which we're teaching. So my hope is that you're going to find that this module is a powerful summation to the work that we've been doing over the last several weeks, and really helps provide some context and some insight depending on where you are on this journey. As you work through the resources and the videos and the readings for this module, I'm really going to want you to keep in mind a couple larger ideas and conceptions. The first one is this idea that we are all part of a larger ecological system. And with that meaning, not just who we are as humans, as living creatures in this space, but even more so, how does the work and the life that I'm living as an individual, how is that impacted by the microsystem that I'm a part of? So for example, my home, my parents, my school, my neighborhood, my peer group, the siblings, what is the microsystem that surrounds my life? Also want you to think about the mesosystem that also is part of creating that environment. The exosystem, which so much of us are a part of, and especially as educators, we have our teaching training institutions, the mass media, parents and friends, our parents, local governments, and then also thinking deeply about the macro system that we are all a part of and how that influences the world that we are a part of, that we engage in, and more importantly, the world that we are creating. So thinking about those social norms, the culture, the political systems, the legal systems, then the nation in which we're a part of, and how that impacts the world that we are in. All of this creates these ecological systems that impact the way that we are shaping our identities, viewing others' identities, and then engaging in classroom environments. So as you continue to think about the systems that you're a part of, we also have incredible opportunity for influence and to impact the world in which we're a part of, and even again on those micro levels in our classroom spaces. So in this graphic, you can see that it's important to ask yourself and to examine and think about your own sphere of influence in relation to yourself. So understanding your own values and feelings and thoughts in regards to social justice, diversity, and equity, how you might want to change. And then we have that next sphere, the close family and friends. So if you think about those mesosystems that we're a part of that really surround us as an individual, we can really influence those folks that are next to us and closest to us with the ideas that we're engaging with and trying to grapple with ourselves, and getting them potentially to think differently about the world in which we're a part of. Third, thinking deeply about the social, school, and work relationships that we have. The friends and acquaintances, the coworkers, the neighbors, the classmates, the people which we interact with on a daily basis. And then lastly, that outer ring in which we still have a sphere of influence, but really these are people that are in our community that we might not necessarily interact with on a daily basis, but they are infrequent, but enough that we have an opportunity to impact their lives and they have an opportunity to impact our life. So as we're engaging in this work, and specifically in this module, as we're thinking about and really examining racism and what does that mean for me in my own life, for my own identities, and for the people that I engage with in the world that I'm helping create, we want to think about our sphere of influence, because as educators, it is powerful for us because we are influencing students every single day. So as I mentioned, there is content to read, some videos to watch, podcasts to listen to. I think that you're going to find that the supplemental materials in this module are going to be of great interest, and I encourage you to take that extra time to take a look at those supplemental materials. And all of the content in this particular module is going to help you with 2 assignments. The first one is a read and respond that corresponds with Gorski and Pathini's chapters 5, 6, and 11. And it's very similar to the last read and respond that you did, where you can pick one of those cases to examine and answer those questions and think deeply about. And then the second assignment gets you to think deeply about the construct of race, how it impacts our lives. When do you remember engaging with race as the first time? And it based on your intersectionality and your identity, it's going to be different for each one of us, and based on our life experiences, where we've lived, our family dynamics, and again the intersectionality that we bring into the world is going to impact the way that we engage with race, and the way that the notion of race and the construct of race impacts the world, and the world impacting us. So in this last Flipgrid, you're going to think back to your past and answer some critical questions about your memories of racial difference. How has that impacted your life as a child, into now an adult, and then potentially into the work that you're doing in education? So my hope is that both of these assignments are going to be really beneficial for you to correspond with the content that you're going to be digesting as part of this module. As always, I know that this content is multifaceted. It is layered. With each one of these modules, each one of you and all of us are coming to this with different life experiences in the way that we're making sense of living in a diverse world. So if you ever want to talk more, you ever want to dive deeper into this content, you would like to meet on Zoom or a phone call or go for a hike, don't hesitate to reach out and pop me a call or an email.